Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Oxford 4000 Essential English Words, episode 77. I am Emma.
And I am Frank. Good to be back, Emma. I was just walking up the stairs to the studio today and I realized I really need to work on my fitness.
Oh, really? Too many stairs.
Far too many. I had to stop and catch my breath halfway up. It was a bit embarrassing, honestly.
Well, luckily for you, we might just touch on something related to stairs today. But first, welcome to all our listeners. We are thrilled to have you join us for another session of vocabulary building.
Absolutely. We love helping you guys expand your word power. So, Emma, what is on the menu for today?
We have got a really interesting mix today. It feels a bit domestic, a bit social, and maybe even a little fairy tale like. Here is the list: purely, interaction, neighbor, adopt, garden, over, shell, pause, princess, and staircase.
Ooh, Princess and Staircase. Sounds like we are reenacting Cinderella. Or maybe a drama about a very wealthy neighborhood.
We shall see. But before we dive into our first word, we have a quick favor to ask.
That is right. If you enjoy our show and want to help us keep the lights on and the episodes coming, please make sure to save this episode, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
And do not forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a lesson. It really helps us out. Now, let us get started with our first word: purely. Purely.
Purely. It sounds very clean.
It does. It is an adverb that means entirely, completely, or only. It suggests that there are no other factors involved. In Chinese, the core meaning is 纯粹地 or 完全地.
Sure. So if I say I am doing this purely for fun, it means I am not doing it for money or fame, just fun?
Exactly. No other motive. Let us look at some synonyms. You could use entirely, solely, or simply, but purely often emphasizes the exclusion of other things.
Right, like it is purely a coincidence that we wore the same color today.
That is a great example. Or his interest in the project is purely professional. He is not trying to be friends, he just wants the work done.
Got it. Purely professional. I like that. Okay, what is next?
Next up is interaction. Interaction. This is a noun referring to the activity of talking to other people or the way things react to each other. In Chinese, we say 互动 or 相互作用.
This is a big buzzword in tech and business, right? User interaction.
It is huge, but it is also just about how we communicate. You can have social interaction or interaction between chemicals in a lab.
So, asking questions on this podcast is a form of interaction?
Precisely. It is a two-way street. Let us make a sentence. The interaction between the teacher and the students was very positive.
Or, I try to avoid interaction with angry customers.
A wise policy, Frank. Moving on to a person you might have interaction with daily. Neighbor. Neighbor.
Ah, the person living next door.
Correct. A neighbor is someone who lives near you. In Chinese, this is 邻居.
My neighbor plays drums at midnight. It is purely annoying. See what I did there?
Very clever. Yes, neighbors can be great or terrible. We can also use it as a verb meaning to be next to something. For example, Canada neighbors the United States.
But usually we talk about the people. Like, I borrowed some sugar from my neighbor.
Classic example. Or we are having a barbecue and invited all the neighbors.
Nice. Speaking of adding people to a family or group, what is our next word?
It is adopt. Adopt. This verb has two main meanings. One is to take someone else's child or a pet into your home and legally become their parent or owner. The Chinese definition is 收养.
Right, like adopting a puppy.
Exactly. But the second meaning is very common in business or formal contexts. It means to choose to take up, follow, or use something, like an idea, a method, or a policy. In Chinese, this is 采纳 or 采用.
Oh, that is a good distinction. So, the company decided to adopt a new strategy.
Perfect. Let us try one for the first meaning. They are planning to adopt a child from overseas.
And for the second meaning, the school adopted a new dress code last semester.
Excellent. Now, where might you play with that adopted puppy? Perhaps in the garden. Garden.
I love a good garden. This is usually a piece of ground next to a house for growing flowers, fruit, or vegetables, right?
Yes, in Chinese, 花园 or 菜园. In the UK, they often use garden to refer to what Americans might call a yard, just the grassy area behind the house.
Right. So let us dig in the garden.
We spent the whole afternoon working in the garden. Or, my mother grows tomatoes in her vegetable garden. Sounds delicious. Before we move on, just a quick reminder to our listeners. If you are enjoying these words, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have got 5 more words coming right up.
Okay, Emma, take us over to the next word.
Very smooth transition, Frank. The word is indeed over. Over. Now, this is a super common word with many uses. It can be a preposition or an adverb. It can mean extending directly upwards from, crossing to the other side, or finished.
That is a lot. Let us break it down. The core meaning in Chinese could be 在 上方 or 越过 or 结束.
Right, so meaning one position. The plane flew over the city, meaning two movement across. He jumped over the fence, and meaning three. Finished. The game is over.
I feel like we use over constantly. Can you come over tonight?
That is another great one, meaning to visit. Or let us talk it over, meaning to discuss.
It is a small word, but it does heavy lifting.
It does. Next up is shell, Shell.
Like a seashell on the beach?
Yes, a shell is the hard outer case of some animals, like turtles or shellfish, or even nuts and eggs. In Chinese, ge or beike.
So, a walnut shell or an eggshell.
Exactly. It can also be a verb, meaning to remove the shell, like we need to shell these peas.
Or the turtle hid inside its shell.
Or metaphorically, he came out of his shell, meaning he stopped being shy.
Oh, I like that one. After years of being quiet, he finally came out of his shell.
Next, we have pause, Pause. This can be a verb or a noun. It means to stop doing something for a short time before continuing. In Chinese, 暂停 or 停顿.
Like when you pause a movie to get snacks.
Exactly. That is the verb. She paused for a moment to think.
And as a noun, there was a long pause in the conversation.
Yes, it implies a temporary break. It is not the end, it is just a halt.
Okay, pausing is done. Who is next?
A royal entry. Princess. Princess.
The daughter of a king or queen.
Yes, or the wife of a prince. In Chinese, 公主.
Disney has made sure we all know what a princess is.
Indeed. But we also use it to describe a girl or woman who is treated with a lot of care or attention, or sometimes someone who acts spoiled.
Right, like stop acting like a princess and help us clean up.
That is the negative connotation. But simply put, the princess waved to the crowd from the balcony.
Or every little girl wants to be a princess at her birthday party.
And finally, our last word connects different levels of a building. Staircase. Staircase.
This brings us back to my fitness struggle this morning.
It does. A staircase is a set of stairs and the surrounding structure, like the handrails. In Chinese, 楼梯.
So, not just the steps, but the whole structure.
Generally, yes. They walk down the grand staircase.
Or, the spiral staircase was very narrow and dizzying.
Great. That wraps up our deep dive for today. Now let us put these words into action.
I am ready. Set the scene, Emma.
All right. We are two neighbors, chatting over a fence in our backyards. You have just done something interesting to your house.
Got it. I am the neighbor with the news. Let us go.
Hi, Frank. I noticed a lot of noise coming from your yard earlier. Is everything okay over there?
Oh, hi, Emma. Yes, everything is fine. The noise is finally over. I was just having a new staircase installed leading down to the garden.
A new staircase. That sounds fancy. Is it purely for decoration or did you need it?
A bit of both. The old steps were dangerous. Plus, I wanted better interaction with the garden space. I am planning to spend more time out here.
That is lovely. I saw you sitting out there yesterday. You looked very peaceful.
I was. I actually decided to adopt a tortoise, believe it or not. I was watching him walk around.
A tortoise? Really?
Yes, he has this beautiful shiny shell. He just walks a few steps, takes a long pause, and then keeps going. It is very relaxing to watch.
That sounds adorable. Maybe he thinks he is the prince of the garden. Or maybe you have a princess tortoise?
I think he is a boy, but he definitely acts like royalty. He expects me to bring him lettuce on a silver platter.
Well, as long as he does not try to climb the new staircase, you should be fine.
Oh, do not worry. I built a little fence. His climbing days are purely in his imagination.
And scene. Nice usage of the words there, Frank.
Thanks. It was fun fitting princess and staircase into a story about a tortoise.
It worked perfectly. It shows how flexible these words can be.
Now, speaking of flexible, it is time to stretch our listeners' brains with the Chinese to English practice segment.
Let us do it. How does this work again?
I will give you a sentence in Chinese that uses a few of today's words. It is going to be a bit tricky, maybe complex grammar. You have 5 seconds to translate it into English in your head. Then, we will share some sample answers.
Sounds like a challenge. What is the first one?
Okay, for this first sentence, we are going to use purely, interaction, and neighbor. Listen closely.
我跟那位邻居的互动纯粹是为了生意，没有别的. Okay, purely interaction neighbor. Business only. Go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, how about this? My interaction with that neighbor was purely for business, nothing else.
That is spot on. Or you could say, my interaction with the neighbor was purely business related.
I like business related. It sounds very professional. You could also flip it. It was purely a business interaction I had with that neighbor.
Very good. Okay, round 2. We are using adopt, garden, and shell. Here is the situation. You found something outside. 我们决定收养那只我们在花园里发现的有着坚硬外壳的乌龟.
Ooh, a relative clause in there. Adopt, garden, shell. Ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This one is a bit longer. We decided to adopt the turtle with the hard shell that we found in the garden.
Perfect. Or, we decided to adopt the hard-shelled turtle we discovered in the garden.
Hard shelled as an adjective is great. Make sure you get the word order right. Found in the garden comes after turtle.
Exactly. Okay, last one. This is the big one. We need pause, princess, staircase, and over. 4 words. 那位公主在楼梯上停顿了一下，向众人望去。
Action packed. Pause, princess, staircase.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, here is my take. The princess paused on the staircase and looked over the crowd.
Nice usage of look over. Or you could say, the princess took a pause on the staircase to look out over the people.
Took a pause is also very natural. And notice we used over to mean looking across or above the crowd.
Exactly. Great job if you got those at home. Those were not easy sentences.
Indeed, you are all doing great. That brings us to the end of today's episode.
But do not worry, we will be back soon. Here is a sneak peek at the vocabulary for the next episode. Get your notebooks ready.
And we will be covering sensible, particle, unfair, following, derive, extent, influential, concrete, effort, and lawn.
Concrete and lawn? Sounds like we are doing some landscaping next time.
We just might be. Before you go, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. Your support means the world to us and helps us make the show better and better.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Keep practicing, keep interacting, and we will see you next time.
Bye for now.